And here we go.
Suggs for the win! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
Jesperson, half-court lead for the win!
Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship!
And the next stop on the Purdue Redemption Tour is the Final Four!
Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 3 of the D1 and Done podcast, where we are proudly sponsored by the official Mountain West correspondent and benefactors of the podcast, the Hagen Hall Boys. Shout out to them. You know who you are. Please follow us on socials, where I'm sure our great producer, Jake, will put them somewhere on the screen.
Bottom, that corner.
So I think it's backwards for us. So here, I'm pointing the right direction. Follow us on social media. You can email the show if you have any, questions, concerns, thoughts at all at the d1anddonepod@gmail.com. Please leave us a like on all social medias, Facebook, Twitter, X, the Everything app, Instagram. Leave a review. Please do. That'd be very...
Subscribe to YouTube. Free for them, and it's good for us.
That's a beautiful transition. Please subscribe to YouTube, because if you are, you could see how special this episode truly is. Because not only today, the preview show, we're going to preview mostly the power conferences. We'll get to all that. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can see today is the Halloween episode. We're all dressed up. Jake is, we just say you're Cal, right? From Ricky Bobby. Cal, Shake and Bake.
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights. Thank you. Be specific. And Dusty, where are you exactly?
I'm the Beast.
Oh, the Beast.
Yeah, the Beast, but from 1972 when the Dolphins were undefeated. So when he was watching the game, so costumes are fully disclosed.
Because that's why I was confused. I saw the Tua jersey, and that's what's kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, and I'm joined by John Wooden.
Hey!
So he's going to be part of our preview episode. So very nice of him to make the ride here, and long Uber ride.
From Mooresville?
Yeah, and a little deeper down in Mooresville, but we had to get here.
Is he buried with the others in Mooresville?
Martinsville.
Martinsville.
Sorry.
Martinsville.
We're referring to the same city.
Great city.
Yes.
Nothing bad to say about
I was
Martinsville.
going to say, is he buried with the other notable people from Martinsville?
Where are you going with this hot shots?
Just curious.
Yeah, I'm sure he's buried there somewhere, but yes, shout out Dusty's lovely wife, Haley. She helped decorate our studio today. We have some spooky ghosts next to me.
Cool.
And we did have candy, but I think
Sorry.
the candy's gone. Shake and Bake had too much sugar, so that is all gone. And I guess we should address the elephant in the room, not literally, but Mr. Donahoe's not with yours today. Oh, and replacing him,
It's our photographer.
Oh, wow.
yeah, so Dusty's wife is behind us, right? Oh, we're live, and smile for the camera, everyone.
Nick doesn't know how to do a candid shot of...
Yeah, well, I'm just not gonna pretend like she's not right there. Thank you, Haley. This is good. This is good podcasting. This is a real show, but yes, Mr. Donahoe's not here with us today. And Dusty, would you like to break the news on why he is not?
Big announcement.
Hold on. We got one of those now, fellas.
Oh,
So I'll give you a little story to throw back. When I was in 6th grade, Robbie and I were playing AU basketball. We were in the quarterfinals of the state tournament, and we were playing Gibson Southern. And a guy named Calvin Gunter hit 6 threes in the first half. Best game of his life.
mm-hmm. Listen to the show, by the way. Shout, Calvin.
Yeah. Yep. Listen to the show. So our boy Robbie he didn't birth. His wife birthed their first child today, whose name is Gibson. So we can only imagine for Calvin Gunter and Gibson Southern. So Robbie's not with us today. He's being a father this morning. He's doing all the fun stuff that comes with that. So hell yes to the Dono family. So his wife's name is Kelly.
First baby of the pod.
First baby of the pod.
First baby of the pod. But Gibson,
I think I'm on an internship.
tell me, sweeties, Gibson Price, Dono?
It sounds like a
GPD.
former cab for sure.
Gibson Price. That's it's like some law firm. And
Yeah.
Get that, or it
Price.
just sounds like a mid-2000s Cavs player.
Yeah, so congrats to Robbie and Kelly. Awesome.
Yeah, Billy. Robbie, congrats on the fun time.
Well, and
Yeah.
congrats. Well, actually, shout out to Gibson because of him, Robbie doesn't have to be on the show today and address the drubbing that Kentucky basketball gave Purdue this
Correct,
past Friday.
yes.
So shout out Gibson.
Has
You
anyone
really
confirmed that they had their child today? Or is
Yeah.
Robbie truly?
Good
Was that the excuse
This
that none
actually-
of us would?
What-
none of
what-
us would challenge.
What if this is Robbie?
Has anyone?
that looks like Purdue.
That's my point.
That's actually a great point. Has anyone like seen anything? We've all heard hearsay, right? Has anyone gotten proof that a child was born? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Our executive producer says yes. She said very
From right
confidently.
field, there's a child.
So again, Kelly, I'm sure you're listening the day after this. Congratulations to you, and yeah. Anything else before we
Congrats to the Donahos.
congrats to Donahos?
Dressed it on hose.
And wait, Kelly's maiden name's Price, right?
Wait,
So shouts to Price is like guessing, right? Congratulations, right? Do you say that? Very good. All right. Now they've taken care of all that. We don't have to talk about Robbie for us today now, so now we can hop in to the rest of the show. I mentioned at the top, it is a special episode, everyone, because it is the preview pod. We're very excited for this. We may not break down every nitty-gritty thing, but I think we'll have some fun categories. And, we're going to hit all the 5 power conferences for you amateurs out there as SEC, the big 10 and 12, Big East and ACC. We're going to give our winners, player of the years, dark horses, disappointing teams, and then a fun segment called Give or Take, where you either have to give a hot take about the conference or just a fun fact in general. So yeah, that's going to be our show for today. It's going to be very spooky, very exciting, and Robbie-less. So a great pod, if you ask me. Anything before we hit the ground running, boys? Cal.
College basketball's here.
College basketball.
Most of you will be listening to this between Halloween and first tip-off is Monday night.
Monday night.
Florida, Arizona,
Which
and
pump that game
at
starts
T-Mobile.
off the season. That's awesome.
at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. And then following that game is BYU and Nova. So college basketball is officially here. I do miss one prior note. I would do anything, especially at my age now and my sleep schedules, for the 24-hour tip to come back.
We're advocating for it. That is, if anything else, we're going to use our giant platform here, D1 and Done. We're going to try and get the marathon back, if nothing else. So
Need it.
the hundreds and thousands of listening, get it done. I guess real quick, Jake, you nervous at all? You're no Robbie here. We're kind of asking you to come up from the JV squad, from.
Oh, I just
from
haven't noticed about the Gators.
Oh, no. I don't care about your Gators. They're last year's story. I'm just asking about you, Jake.
Oh, like for my role stepping up today. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
reason I asked for everyone to do costumes so I could, hide some of those nerves.
Mm-hmm. I guess there's probably a joke in there, right? Wasn't Cal kind of Ricky Bobby's backup, right? Or his side man?
Depends who you ask.
That's a good point. He did win at the end. All right,
Sweet baby
that's enough funnies to start the day. All right, let's hop right into it, boys. We're going to hop into each conference or each power conference. I figure since our Big Ten friends not here, we should hop into the conference we're probably most familiar with, and that is the Southeastern Conference, which is now a basketball conference. I think that's where we start. But before we get into that, I'm going to give you 2 things to know about the conference before we head into it. That's
Did you
okay.
write a book?
Oh, yeah. Look at this, by the way. If you're watching on YouTube, look at the notes I provide for this show. Look at this. I have 2 full notes.
Did you write a full sentence? Did you write a speech?
For each team in the conference, I just put one sentence. It is a preview pod. We are informing our audience. We are like Big J journalists in a sense. So you're welcome, people out there.
Shout out Mark Titus.
Shout Mark Titus, shout Part My Take. All right. 2 things to know about the Southeastern Conference. First thing, not lots, but there's some notable coaching turnover. Down in Auburn, we went from Pearl to Pearl, if you're living under a rock, or a Pearl, if you will.
2 pearls.
2 Pearls, 1 team. Bruce Pearl left, and Stephen Pearl. Down Texas A&M. Buzz Williams out, comes in Buckyball from Samford?
Correct.
Samford, right? Hey, preseason for all of us. Shout Buckyball. Texas, Rodney Terry is gone. Shout Gus Fring. In comes Sean Miller. He is in. And then I believe your boy Todd Golden got extended. Mike White, boy, got extended. And Rick Barnes got a lifetime deal at Tennessee for all his numerous Final Fours. And I believe that's all.
Is that the second lifetime deal we've had? Is it Cal and him? Like public lifetime deals?
I bet like Self has one. Or like Izzo.
No, but is it
Self,
classified as that?
Really have no idea.
Because if so,
I'm
the
not a Big
only
J
one we've
journalist.
ever had didn't last my whole at that school. See if Tennessee
Life
does the
is
same.
futile, Jake. So it's
and John Wooden.
and John Wooden. Shout out Johnny
They're
W.
about the same size.
Okay. The second thing you know about the SEC is it is a basketball conference now. 14 to 16 teams made the tournament last year.
Still unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And that's kind of the theme of this year is that
That's what I was going to say about the SEC and try to keep going about. I want to
I
talk about
will.
like can it repeat any type of that, just bringing back that dominance? And I think it can. I don't know if it'd be 14, but sorry.
no, that's a great
ahead.
segue. Like the talk about Canada, because kind of the story about this conference is kind of like to the preseason people, there's kind of like top 4 or 5, kind of like a top 2, and then there's like this jumbled top 3. There's 8 teams in KenPom between 23 and 39.
Jeez.
So that's 8 teams in like 16 spots, and that's Alabama, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Mizzou, Arkansas, Auburn, Texas A&M, and Texas. So like to your point, like can those teams continue to be like that upper echelon, or some of them fall back down to earth? We shall see. All righty. So that's kind of 2 things I had to know. I guess we should start with winners, right? We didn't have a pre-production meeting because we are Big J Pod here, but is that where you guys want to start with the winners category?
Like we each go around.
Yeah.
For each one. Yeah.
I'll go first because I have a question for you. Florida this year. I mean, talking about a team that could repeat as national champs. Top 4 AP. What do you think about
Top
them?
3.
Top 3. Okay, sorry. My gosh, top 25. There you go. What are your thoughts on them and just what they could be this year? And is it realistic? Is it, residual?
I mean, it's 100%, and it's not even for the fact of both of us, we've all watched Florida repeat once before, which again makes your theory as a fan think, okay, we can do it again or whatnot. But I think I said last time on the last episode, when you have your 3-headed monster of guards that leave and you truly reload. And I think going into this season, we are more talented at the guard position than we were going into last season. Now, Walter Clayton did, and Will Richard going off the net. I mean, those guys each had their moments and stuff. But from a true skill standpoint, Boogie Flan and Xavier Lee are both better at this point going into the season than Elijah and Walt Clayton were last year. And so I think that's a big part of it. But also, too, you bring back all 4 big men. And we still have the 7'9" guy on the bench. But no, I'm not, Dan Hurley over here. It's not national championship or bust, but it is national championship or bust. It's not like it's a failure if you don't win the Natty, but that is the expectation is going to do it.
Can I push back a little bit on that? So like Elijah Martin was a significant part of a Final Four team. Walter Clayton was maybe all SEC his first year at Florida coming back. I mean, you have Lee coming from the Ivy League. You have Boogie Flan who had an up and down freshman year. I'm not trying to discredit them.
I'm not saying that they're going to be better. I'm saying skill set.
But that's what I even think going to last year, I feel more confident about Elijah and Walter than I think I do. Because to me, I think the story of this team is the big men, right? You mentioned the front court.
They might have the best front court in the country.
And so it's funny that I think to talk about Florida, I want to ask you about this. So Todd Golden had a comment like they really want to play 3 of the 4 guys together. Like they are big, they want to have the best guys on the court. So
on Monday night against Arizona, Tommy Houck will be starting at the 3, which is terrifying.
Yeah, to me, that if they can pull that off for the year, yeah, they are.
They could have. If you had to go big, you could play the 4 of them with Condon at the 3, Mike at the 4, Houck at the 2, and Boogie or Xavier at the 1. That's 6'10", 7 foot, 7 foot, 7 foot.
Which again sounds great. Just question is, can that work together? Is the question.
Big men back?
Are big men back? As a Houston Rockets fan, they are really back.
Yeah, and they're very big. And also, hold on, Johnny Dub was telling me something. Speaking of scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll get it. Yeah, I'll tell him. So he says that Florida State is repeating our dead.
Well, he would know.
Can Johnny W give us more insight on that?
I wish that jaw moved and he could do like what's that called?
He whispers.
What's it called when you have?
Wait, I thought that was Billy Napier.
He says that Walter Clayton's gone. That's who got them there. They don't have a finisher, but someone finished me in his life. But Florida will not repeat.
Why is John Wooden picking strays?
Yeah, there you go. So John Wooden said Florida will not repeat.
John. But okay, yeah, Florida's going to repeat. I'm gonna die on that hill, and so I'll go ahead and start off by saying the Florida Gators are going to win the SEC regular season as well.
By the way, Club, I'm glad you brought up Florida. I should have done this at the beginning. Here's like the preseason top 6 for the conference according to CBS. Real quick. So it's in order from 1 to, I'll just go 6. It's a good whole number. Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn. So that's your top 6. And so, Jake, you have your Gators repeating as, were they regular season SEC champs last year? Top of my head?
No, Bama was. No.
Auburn was.
Auburn was. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good podcast here. All right, so Florida will win the SEC for Jake. I don't know, am I talking to you or Wooden? Who do you have winning?
He's on with his SEC talk. The biggest thing out of the SEC is, again, the thing about the 14 teams making, but my pick is going to be Kentucky. I mean, the game against Purdue, I think, was just outstanding. They're going to be good anyways, and I know it's a biased pick. I'm more wondering, speaking of Alabama, when is Nate Oates and that team going to just actually break through? They've been probably the top 5 best team in the country for 5+ years. Is this year they do it? The whole Auburn aspect with the Pearl turnover is going to be crazy to me, because I want to see if his son,
I think it could be so interesting.
yeah, ascends them or descends them like quickly, because I feel like that could be a huge turnaround. But my dark horse in that conference would be Alabama. That's bad to say dark horse, but Oates just always has the talent. They're always fun to watch. They play so fast. They play so great. I love how they press. I love how they just play as a unit, but they just always have some flop out in the tournament. So I'm going to go Kentucky, Bama, Florida 3rd, Tennessee 4th is my top 4 in the SEC.
Yeah, I guess it's biased too. I have Kentucky winning as well, and it's more. Also, yeah, I'm biased. I was at that game Friday night. Kentucky won. I really don't care if they won or lost. To me, the story was more than anything. It was more eye test than anything. I love their depth, the athleticism, and that's without 2 of their best. I don't know.
Oh yeah, who didn't play?
So Jalen Lowe's out. He's the transfer from Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Conflicting reports I've heard early November, I've heard December. So who the heck knows? And then Jaden, Quintentons from Arizona State. He's going to get projected top 10 pick. But, yeah, again, Kentucky beat Purdue handily, helped Fletcher Loyer 3 of 15 from the field. To me, it doesn't really matter that Kentucky won or lost. I just really liked what I saw. But I'm picking Kentucky. I have more questions about a lot of teams at the top. I think Florida just has so much turnover in the backcourt. Tennessee has a lot of turnover at the top. You lose Ziegler, you lose Lanier, you lose Jamal Meshack. Bama, you lose Mark Sears. They have some injuries already. So to me, I just think Kentucky, I'll just take just because I have questions about other teams at the top. So what could go wrong? I'll choose my kitty cats to win. And you mentioned Bama craps. I'm just going to say, I'll just kind of skip ahead, kind of go off order. I have Bama as my disappointing team. Still think they'll be good. Not missing tournament by any means, but to me, I mentioned you lose Mark Sears, you lose Diabate, you lose some other key pieces. Already have some injuries. The lack of defense is going to be a concern. And Oates just really hasn't had because to your point, just hasn't really had a non-top 10 team for a long time now, probably since 2022. So to me, I think you're just due for one of those years. So I'll just pick Bama as my disappointing team. Jake, to you, you have a dark horse or disappointing team you want to hit on?
Well, I got 2 good ones, Nick.
Oh, 2.
One, disappointing team. I think, and would love to hear the Kentucky fans' thoughts behind this, because the disappointing team this year is going to be Arkansas. The fall, what made Cal
Great.
Great and so likable, in the Kentucky with the one and dones, the year after year after year, the reload, relaunch, all that kind of stuff. Kind of what the teams are doing now any days. He was doing with high school kids. It's harder for him to do this now, but I think the floor is about to fall out from underneath him. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean that as in like Cal's doing a bad job. I just think the rest of the country, the rest of the conference especially, is catching up with them. And I think they're going to have trouble in different aspects of the season, especially on the road. I don't really know if they don't have a distinguished leader on that team that I think that sticks out very much. So if Tyler Ewis can't pull them together and kind of be truly the coach,
or Kenny Payne,
or Kenny Payne, we've seen his leadership skills. But no, I think the floor is going to fall out from Arkansas. So their most disappointing team. They'll miss the tournament. I think, and that's going to be the start of kind of questions about Calipari's future. And I'm not saying they're going to fire him, but maybe he wants to get out of the game. Is he going to hand the reins to his son? And then dark horse, Missouri Tigers.
Mm.
This team, I talked about Jason Crow Jr. Last week. They have an elite amount of talent and a lot of bucket getters. We'll refer back to bucket getters here in a little bit with a different conference, but and also too, they just had some renovations done at the stadium.
Oh.
So they are going to be having a louder, more engaging fans, student section that isn't getting involved. But listen to this stretch they have right before they start SEC play. This is December 22nd, January 3rd, off till after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
January 3rd, January 7th. They play Illinois in the neutral site, home versus Florida at Kentucky. It's a 3-game stretch where you're playing 3 top 10 KenPom teams. Which is terrifying, but also too, you get 2 of the big ones out of the way to start the conference play. So, but I got Missouri's a dark horse, and yeah, the Arkansas Razorbacks, I think it's gonna be looking weird and ugly this year.
Yeah, Norlanders put it perfectly. Talk about Arkansas, like, can Cal just have a normal year? So I think it's just a eloquent way of putting them.
What is a normal year for Cal now?
Just like, they're
like
winning now. There's
second round,
just no drama. Like no unnecessary drama. You know a normal year when you see one. But,
we will be tuned in for his pressers.
Yeah. Crab, do you just have any thoughts on Arkansas before we get to your, I believe, disappointing team we haven't heard yet?
It was going to be Arkansas.
Okay. Just
yeah,
because you've been the biggest Cal guy in this pod, so.
Cal's guy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Cal's guy.
I love John's. I think at some point it's going to fall off, and they have a good roster. They really do.
Bring back actually a decent amount, too.
Yeah, and I just feel like the course of how his teams have played over the last, let's just say, 3 to 4 years, they definitely fade off mid-February to early mid-March. Explains those, upsets. I don't know if it's him getting lazy or whatnot, but I just feel like Arkansas is a team that has way too much talent. He always gets the talent. He's so good at that. But when's the last time he had a great win post, let's say, Valentine's Day?
The comeback in the tournament.
Well, his last year at Kentucky, I think we won at Auburn. They were like top 5 in the country late in the year, I think.
No, Texas Tech came back and beat them.
Oh, in the tournament, yeah. That was a Cal special.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
True Cal special. By the way, I got their roster or their schedule put up here. Saturday, December 6th, they play Fresno State. It is listed on KenPom as a semi-home game. What the hell does that mean?
Has to be like a home game, like close to Arkansas, I guess.
Or like at halftime, they just moved.
Literally semi-home.
It's at Simmons Bank Arena in North Little Rock. Who plays here?
A semi-home game. That's the best description I've ever heard.
Never heard that.
Is this where, how Cal was wanting to play at Lucas Oil for the IU games?
Probably
or
what it
whatever
is.
That he was like, I need to find a neutral site. Let's go to Little
I
Rock.
guarantee you what it is. Yeah, I'll keep moving here. My dark horse, if you haven't mentioned yet, I think it's Texas A&M. It's 4 simple words, or 4 simple people. Pop Isaacs, Mackenzie Mbako, Federico, and Buckyball. I am all in. I think no one's talking about them. I love all 3 of those players. Pop Isaacs, I believe, is going to be all healthy for the year after he hurt last year. I love Buckyball. Always loved Mbako at IU. And Federico. So shout out Texas A&M. And then before we move on, I guess everyone, we need your, what's segment called? Give or take. So Crab, do you have a give or take for this conference? Jake, do you have one? Jake,
I got my favorite one of the year. And if there's a market out there that can bet this, 1, sponsor the pod. 2, I would be taking it. But Josh Hubbard will lead the SEC conference games collective in total points this season.
Oh, thank you. We missed. I forgot Player of the Year because that's what I have as Player of the Year.
Josh Hubbard.
Well,
that was mine too.
Okay, I'll be debating between him or Pettiford. So I'll just say Pettiford, but I love that call, Jake.
I don't have him as Player of the Year, but he will lead the SEC in scoring in total points.
Okay.
Not point. I hate the whole points per game versus total points thing. Total points is my stat.
I was going to say over or under 11.5 teams make the tournament. This is my give or take. So
which one?
I'm going over. So I'm going to say 12.
Okay.
12 SEC.
Okay, 12 plus SEC teams make.
Yeah.
And then Player of the Year. You said you have Hubbard.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So I'll go to Hot Pettiford for that. I want to say, just because I think he is going to shoot the ball 74 times a game over there, because He's literally the only guy
Yeah, I
coming
mean,
back.
what and
Auburn's roster, by the way, is literally just him and two guys named Keyshawn who are spelled differently. So shout Auburn basketball. I love their roster this year.
you got to think if he felt the green light as a freshman with Bruce, he's gonna have it. It's gonna be 460.
Oh, he's gonna be coaching.
There is no light.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't bring up green lights into Hot Pettiford. I went scorching hot takes
No,
on
between
all
the
these.
lines.
Between the lines. Sorry, Ty, if you're listening. I'm not gonna lie, I went scorching hot take for a lot of these. So how about this one? They have a good football team, but screw it. I'm going in with A&M basketball. A&M Hoops will win more SEC games than their football team wins total games this year. Bam!
Wow.
There's my hot take right there.
What it is? I wonder what A&M's.
I mean, what, they're 8-0 in football already, so and they're probably gonna win at least 3 to 4 more.
According to Kim Pom, they'll be. You're talking about conference wins or total?
Yeah,
wins?
conference wins. Again,
Kim Pom has them finishing 9-9 in the conference.
Again, they're already, I think, 8-0 in football. So I really need them to outsee.
Yeah, because there's a chance they could win what? Okay, if they ran the table undefeated, it's 15-0.
18, right? Oh, you talk about football. Football, yeah,
Yeah,
15.
football.
What, they play 4 conference or
SEC
3.
championship too.
So SEC championship
probably
is
win-
13,
So you probably win.
and they'll have a bye.
16.
Yes.
So 16.
Oh boy.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
I'm trying to think real quick before you move on. Just any teams we missed on. Yeah, we'll do this in every conference. 60 seconds or less. I'm just going to say a team. You guys just say anything, first thing comes to your mind. You guys ready? For teams we did not hit on.
Don't sleep on South Carolina.
Do not sleep on South Carolina.
Yeah.
I will sleep on South Carolina. Remember year 1, Lamont Paris? That was fun. Jake, any thoughts on Georgia?
There you go. Move on.
Crab, any thoughts on Vanderbilt?
Vanderbilt football team's great.
I'll say Mississippi, Chris Beard, they'll probably be just fine. Who's up? Jake, anyone, who's got thoughts on Texas?
Horns
Wait,
down.
who's the coach there now?
Sean Miller.
Oh, wow. He's going to be sweating in Austin. You better have the best. They're going to need a Zamboni for Texas basketball games this year.
Yeah, Pope and Mac. Or Pope and
they-
Mac are back.
Could
Mark,
he turn them into something legit again?
I think so. He's a good coach.
I'm going to be monitoring this.
And in Tennessee, I think we kind of hit on. Just want to, as much as I say, shout to them. They have finished top 4 in the SEC 8 of the last 9 years, but
Top 4 of conference,
Yeah.
not in the country.
not in the country.
They never made it to the top 4.
Mm-hmm. Jake cut that part out. All right, that's our Ultra SEC preview. So now we shall. Noah Crab, we're in your house. What conference do you want to move on to next?
Well, Johnny Dub said he wants to talk about the Big Ten because he doesn't understand why his team is playing in the Big Ten.
Johnny Wooden would be
Yeah.
so befuddled by all
He's
this.
befuddled. He doesn't understand.
All right, conference champions first.
Real quick, Haley, can I ask Dusty's wife a question? Haley, how many teams are in the Big Ten? Correct.
There you go.
For people in here, she said not 10, which is correct. Thank you, Haley. Yes, there are 18 teams in the Big Ten. I forgot to mention, we didn't hit on Oklahoma. They have Nigel Pack now, so shout out to them. Didn't know. And AJ Store's at Ole Miss, so that's all I got on that. Sorry, I just saw my notes. On to the Big Ten. 2 things to know. There are 9 coaches of the 18 that are either in year 1 or 2.
I saw that.
So I might have had that number wrong. I did lots of notes. I have Michigan, IU, Ohio State, that's asterisk, but still, Iowa, Washington, USC, Nebraska, Minnesota, and Penn State might be year 3, but either way, I'm counting it as Penn State basketball. So lots of new coaches,
But when you only have one coach for the 2 major sports, that's when
yeah, that's James Franklin's role. That's just all the dead football coach. That's the coaching carousel right now.
Again, that's too cheap of sorry, Haley, but that's too cheap of plastic to be those coaches. They all got paid.
They
They even have fiberglass.
So that's one. And the other thing to know is, based on preseason polls and stuff, there's just clearly a top 4. Like there's a significant drop off, based on voting and points and all that. And the top 4 is Purdue, Michigan, UCLA, and Illinois, as opposed to last year where 7 teams got a first place vote, and according to the CBS poll for the Big Ten poll. So there seems to be a clear tier 1 going into the season. So that's all we need to know. Again, I'll go back to Mr. Wooden. This is your conference now, Mr. Wooden.
It's okay.
Actually, I should read off the top 6 again, since that's
Top 6.
the top
Big
6.
6.
The 6-pack.
He's confused.
It is Purdue, Michigan, UCLA, Illinois, Oregon, Michigan State. Yeah, John Wooden. You can hit your winner. You can take wherever you want, Mr. Woody.
He says UCLA is definitely the dark horse. Don't agree
Who's
with him.
champion? We're going in order.
I'm going to say, and it's funny because I went back and forth with this because I think this could be a team that falls flat in their face. Well, first of all, I think it could be Illinois. But I think the biggest thing with the Big Ten just...
He waits for Robbie to drop. Wait, Robbie not to be here to drop that.
Well, I was going to say, I think that's the biggest thing with the expectations of Purdue. They've never been a preseason number one team in the country.
Edie's returning year.
No, they...
Well, I know Kansas was back number one, so it wasn't.
That would, yeah.
So what's that like? What's that dynamic like? How is it for Braden Smith with all expectations? I know I've talked about in the last 2 episodes about loving him as a player, but some things do come to your head. Once the ball, is tipped, you don't really think about those things, but it's going to be interesting to see how they actually play. But if I were to pick a team that I think is the dark horse, it's going to be Illinois. So I'm picking Illinois to win.
So your winner is Illinois and your dark horse.
Correct.
Okay.
My dark horse to win is Illinois.
Then you said UCLA, Purdue, and Illinois.
It's who you think's going to win it, and your dark horse.
I think a topic though is Purdue and how do they handle those expectations.
Gotcha.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So Illinois is your pick to win the conference.
Yes.
Okay.
That is going on the graphic.
Perfect.
Sorry, John's been in my ear more. He keeps saying UCLA, and
I will say, crap in my notes, I almost had Illinois as my dark horse, but I thought they were too good. Because I'm with you. I think they're going to be really good. Yeah, 2 of Visic's now.
correct.
Shout out Big Z. Apparently, he finally got either LASIK or glasses. So, shout out Cal for not figuring that out.
Did he get a jumper?
he probably has a jumper now because he probably can see. Nice job, Cal. But yeah, crap, I'm with you. I like this Illinois team. But yeah, Purdue, they are going to be my winner. I just feel like they're a safe pick. Everyone's back. It's just a Braden Smith, Matt Painter bet. But I almost picked Michigan, who I really like a lot this year. I'm buying Michigan stock. Jake, to you, what do you got?
It is very simple. It is the Purdue Boilermakers. And I say that for 3 reasons. One, Braden Smith and TKR. It's almost like boring at this point to watch some of the things they do. I think they're very both simple players and make things, Braden's got his baseline fadeaway and has some different crafty stuff. But when I think of like Rob Dillingham and Braden Smith, you understand the difference, what I'm saying there. And TKR is just one dribble, jump hook, bank shot. Does everything simple. He's not flailing. He's not doing too much. And the second reason, they don't lose a Mackey. It is very rare for them to lose a Mackey. So they'll defend the home house. They'll be packed every night. They'll be sold out. These people, the fans are already going nuts about the Final Four being here and being preseason number 1 anyways. So that's going to be sold out every night. So they're not going to lose at home. And I truly believe the regular season Big Ten title means more to Purdue than any other team thinks about their regular season conference title.
Why do you say that?
It's part of the culture of what Purdue is. Like, I don't think it matters to
I'm not sure I'm with
Mississippi
State.
It's just more of the pride behind.
I see you're saying maybe big picture, but I think for this particular team, I don't know.
I'm not saying for this team. I'm saying Purdue as a unit, Purdue basketball as a brand. I think every year, if you go on the checklist of goals for that team, winning the regular season conference is ranked higher than the Big Ten championship or even making the Final Four.
There's no way that part's true.
Again, making Final Four versus winning the Natty. I think it goes Natty, regular season conference champ, Final Four, and so
it doesn't make sense. Why would any team have a? I get your overall point. I just like.
Yeah, well, like I say, it's within the. I believe it's within the culture of. I don't even know how to freaking explain what I'm trying to say.
I hear they are.
There's a pride behind it, and so they're going to make sure in those Big Ten games they are prepared, ready to go, hard nosed. There's no nights off when it comes to Big Ten play. And I'm not saying they're going to have nights off in the non-conference, but I think it is.
Yeah, it's a lunch and pail program. Like they're going to show up to work every day, and they're not going to take games off.
Yeah, shout out to, by the way, speaking of which, you see Grant Weidiger, the Fisher's coach, all of his Twitter stuff going viral.
Oh my gosh, I did. Yes, I did.
So
it was all about like old school and
we wear shirts and ties to
we tuck in our jerseys for
we tuck in our jerseys, wear team shoes. Yeah. We wore shirts and ties on game days at school, and he got his tweets over 1 million views and all these replies of people being like, "You suck" and this and that. He's like, "Hey man, we just have a culture around here." I think Purdue represents kind of that. If you've seen that on Twitter, Fisher's basketball coach, Grant
I don't
White.
know. I kind of get his point. When I see teams or podcasts dress up in stupid costumes, to me, it just feels kind of gimmicky. Don't you think? A little bit?
Yeah, I hate costumes.
Whose idea was this? Haley.
So you will have Purdue as
I
your...
have Purdue winning the Big Ten regular season champs this year.
I'm going to move on to Player of the Year because I want to talk about the other big team in the conference, Michigan. I have Yaxel winning Player of the Year. I love this dude.
Retweet.
He's spoiler. He's going to be my first team All-American too. I am buying all his stock. I think Michigan's going to be really good. I almost picked them to win the conference, but I just couldn't quite get there. But Crabble, do you have any Michigan takes or anything like that?
No, John wanted to talk.
Okay, John.
He said our method was just paying players a lot of money and getting Walton to come in and
Dude, mushrooms.
Yeah, and just winning games and winning national championships. So we aren't hanging banners for winning conference titles. So if that's your method, get out of here. Sorry, I got that on me.
John, Jake, you seem like you're liking Yaxel too. You got any thoughts on?
I have one note under Yaxel. I said Braden will be too boring for the Big Ten voters. He might win National Player of the Year.
Too.
He might win National Player of the Year, but Yaxel is winning.
Well,
Yaxel's about to have a Michael Beasley.
I was going to say he's just an absolute baller in a sense where the way that he plays the game, it's very NBA-esque. So he's an NBA type player playing on college.
Was it Robbie I think it was Robbie on the last pod said that. Let me start on that. I think Robbie said in the last pod that Yaxel looks like he literally looks like a man amongst boys, and that he looks like he should be in the league and he's playing down.
He should be in the NBA.
And I think he has a little bit of too, like Oscar Tshiebwe, or since like you'll be watching game, also you look up like, wait, he has 16 and 12.
Like
I
dominance.
Yeah,
so
like you just kind
didn't realize because it's so smooth and
yeah. So yeah, I have Yaxel winning Player of the Year. You said did you have him too, Jake?
Mm-hmm.
Crab, who'd you have for
you and Brady Smith?
Yeah,
for obvious reasons. Let's just go.
A lot of chalk around here.
Yeah, a lot of chalk.
Yeah.
I'll ask you guys some chalk because Johnny Dub was alive for this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know the first ever? My fun fact for the Big Ten: the first ever 5-on-5 game in college basketball. Who played in it?
I'm gonna guess Purdue.
I'm gonna guess UCLA.
I'll go Purdue.
No or no?
Well, okay, sorry. So the first ever 5-on-5 Big Ten game.
First 5-on-5 college basketball.
Michigan, Wisconsin.
No. There's only one Big Ten team and another team that could be in the Big Ten, but they're not because they're too small.
Just give one more guess, and you can give it to us. Because I'm
Iowa.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
They weighed
Iowa, University of Chicago in 1896.
okay.
So there's a fun fact for you.
I actually did not know.
John was alive for this. I love that.
I assume he was. I guess I don't really look.
Hey, that's actually pretty topical because with conference expansion, I'm sure University of Chicago is going to be in this conference in about 12 years. So shout out to them. Let's run through these dark horse. You mentioned Illinois is yours, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's Washington. It's year 2, Danny Sprinkle. I believe in him. They added a lot of talent. Jake, they added the 2 USC boys I really like. Is it Wesley Yates and Claude? Mm-hmm. They both come over from USC. And they bring back my boy Zoom Diallo at Washington. I'm buying all their Stark stock. Give me Stark stock, whatever. John Stark, right? Game of Thrones.
Stark?
Sorry. Titans coach. That's my dark horse. Jake, who's your dark horse?
I have one question for you guys. Do you guys have a ticket? Because the Must Bus is going on tour. USC is going to be the dark horse in this conference this year. The man knew how to win in the SEC. He's going to take it right over the Big Ten. And I got my ticket right here. Must Bus is on tour. I hope you find us at a nice stop and jump on. They added Roddy Rice from Maryland, our favorite Chad Baker Mazzaro, as always, from Auburn, and then Jordan Marsh from UNC Asheville, 18 a game last year. 5'10" guard, as we appreciate that around here. 5'10" is a standard.
Mm-hmm.
Tallest person in the room.
Well, yeah. But 5'10" isn't that what all of us had on our rosters?
I was 5'9".
Dusty, what did Kentucky have you?
Kentucky put me at 5. I thought it was 5'9", 185, and I was technically like 5'6", 145.
So the opposite of KD.
Literally the opposite.
Yeah.
But yeah, Must Bus is going. USC Trojans are going to be the dark horse in the Big Ten. I'm thinking a top 6 finish.
I love that call. I think he just gets forgotten about almost in this conference. Must Bus. Jake, I'll stay with you. Disappointment or disappointing team.
just like their football stadium being redone, it might get really ugly up in Chicago for Northwestern this year. Allegedly a lifetime deal for
Colin?
thank you for Collins. I
Uh-huh.
think that was one of the reports this year. They just don't have anything. Shout out to KJ Wyndham, Ben Davis grad, up there playing for Northwestern. But yeah, I don't really see them. I mean, this could get ugly. I don't think they have a good alumni base, NIL base across the board where they're going to get really, I think, run out of the competitiveness of the Big Ten. And it's kind of happened the last couple of years, and I think it's going to continue.
Yeah, Brooks Barnholter's gone. Shout, you played against the Pacers the other night. Barnheiser, thank you. Whatever. It's another white guy, Northwestern.
It's
not
Lafayette.
discriminate. Speaking of white guys from Northwestern, Nick Martinelli is probably averaged 35 a game as they finish 15th in the conference. Before I get to you, Crab, and Mr. Woodson, or Wooden, rather. My next point team's Ohio State. I don't believe in Diebler. The talent's there. I
don't either.
I think the conference is too tough. I just don't see it. Man, they got some talent. Bruce Thornton back. I really like him. Crap.
People love talking ridiculous things about Bruce Thornton.
Like, good or bad.
Like I came across a pod the other day.
And there's Dusty's dog Milo.
Yeah, he doesn't agree with that take.
Well,
I like Bruce
They
Thornton.
said Bruce Thornton might be the best guard in America. I had to go click on their so I'll leave them nameless here, but I had to go click on their socials and be like, what is this a Columbus pod? It was an absurd take.
That is hey, that's a good take for this segment. Crap.
I love how they've changed the dynamic, and obviously I have polls to the school. Until they prove it, I'm still not back on the IU wagon. I'm rooting for them. What they did for
most disappointing.
Yeah, and what they did this year of having their Midnight Madness being on Kirkwood, for those who've never been there, probably the coolest campus place you could ever be, or bar strip, whatever you call it.
Go look that up. Search IU, Midnight Madness.
Yeah, I told the story when I was walking out there
awesome.
after the shot and
Thank
point.
you.
Yeah, the 2011 shot. Watford, that everyone knows. That's when I was, people were yelling at me.
The Watford shot? Not
Trendon Watford?
It was just a ram basket that
LSU
people.
great?
Gotcha.
LSU great?
that people
Trendon
act-
Watford?
Yeah, people act
Thanks
like
for
it was a
brothers.
national championship.
Yes, they are.
So very cool place though, and I love what he's building there. But until they actually prove that they're back, let's say in a sense, it's like University of Miami football or Texas football saying, hey, they're back because they win one game and we're here. So
Yeah,
Sorry.
I believe in DeVries, but yeah, year one, lots of turnover. I don't see much this year. Yeah, I guess hot takes. I think someone already said theirs, right? Dusty gave it his fun fact. That's what it was. Like I said, I'm bringing the scorching hot takes. I think Rutgers is going winless. I hate this roster. Their leading scorer from last year is averaging a whopping, whatever, right here, 6 points per game from last year. It's their best returning scorer. I hate their vibes. They're going winless. That's my hot take. Shari, Steve Peichel. Jake, hot take, give or take.
7 teams max make the tournament.
Oh, heck yeah.
Stamp it.
I love it.
Under 7.5 teams from the Big Ten will make the tournament this year.
No SEC bias on here. We have 12 teams, 12 SEC teams making it, and 6 Big Ten teams making it.
I said 7 max.
7. Thank you.
So under 7.5.
All right, run through some teams real quick before we move on. We've barely mentioned UCLA and Donovan Dent. Shout out to them. That's what I want to say. I think they should be really good. Wisconsin, anything. Jake, Wisconsin.
Hopefully they're better than their football team.
Hopefully they're better than their football team. Crab, Oregon. Got anything?
fun school to visit.
It's a fun school visit.
Go Nike. Yeah.
Shellstat and Middle. They're both really good.
Yes.
Michigan State, Cohen Carr's sick, and Fierce is good.
Don't go up for a layup if Cohen Carr's anywhere in the vicinity.
Anyone got anything on Nebraska?
Okay. So
Is
Bryce Williams is gone. It's the only guy I can remember from
I
last.
think Toby Webster's not there anymore.
Minnesota. Anyone got anything other than Medved's there now?
Never get Max Gizzy.
yeah, I was literally gonna say his name. Yeah.
Oh
so-
yeah, Max Gizzy, first team All Big Ten. That's our hot
Very
take.
cool story, by the way. So they reached out to him because he was at Huntington last year. First team,
He was defensive player of the
defensive
year.
player of the year, first guard to win it in something like 8 or 9 years, and they called him, and he was going to just graduate and move on. And He got a scholarship there, which is very cool. And unfortunately broke his foot about a month and a half ago. Your Jones fracture.
Jones fracture.
Yeah, Jones fracture.
He had surgery, didn't he?
Yeah, so they think he's going to miss the first game.
Not smart.
But it's supposed to be this point guard on the second team moving forward in late February or November. Sorry.
Hear that, fellas? Sometimes the girl reaches out first. Sometimes they make the first move. So, shout out Gizzy, safe recovery, or speedy recovery is probably a better way of putting it. Maryland, Miles Rice and Payne from A&M come over. They should be good, or they will be good under Bud eventually. Penn State, before we move on, anything at all on Penn State basketball this year?
Sandusky.
I miss Pickett ball.
Mingo, the freshman, should be good.
Back down Pickett ball.
We made our first Jerry S. reference of the year. Congratulations to everyone involved already. We'll move. Let's go. I'll do the Big 12. I have it next to my notes. The Big 12.
Next to my list.
Look at that. We're a fluid pod up here. All right, Big 12. I'll do the six pack, if you will, as we've decided on. Coors Light, please give us a sponsor. In order, 1 through 6: Houston, Texas Tech, BYU, Arizona, Kansas, Iowa State. Those are the scary six in the Big 12. Two things to know about this conference: the coaching changes as per usual. Only one coaching change. DeVries left West Virginia after they missed the tournament because of the UNC AD being the chairman last year, but we were not. Bubba. Thank you for the name reminder. But there are a lot of potential hot seats in this conference. Hurley, Dawkins, Wes Miller, maybe Clubber Lang, and it's Kansas State, and or some coaches trying to get out of a rut. Bill Self and Scott Drew have had a couple down years the last couple of years for their standards. But to me, the other main thing about this conference is, boys, the star power in this conference. Pick everyone from Houston, whether it's Tugler, Uzan, or who's the third guy coming back? That's really bad.
Sharp.
Thank you, Sharp. He's back. Thank you, Jake. JT Toppin, the other big one. AJ DeBansa, Darren Peterson, and of course, Kirk Carissa. Star power galore in the Big 12. Yeah, I'm very excited for this conference.
The Freshman of the Year award in this conference, it might be more entertaining than the National Player of the Year award.
No kidding. Jake, let's start with you. Yeah, just your overall thoughts of the conference and your winner and all that good stuff.
The Texas Tech Red Raiders are going to win the Big 12 this year, Nick, for 3 reasons. JT Toppin. They brought in some good transfers. Lawan Watts from Washington State, Devon Atwell from Greensboro, and then Luke Baumgove. Remember him from VCU last year? Had a solid year. But most importantly, and this is the quote I have written down, and this is my quote that I have generated myself. Grant McCasland might be one of the craziest coaches we have in college basketball, as well as being one of the best coaches we have. And if you guys get what I'm saying, he doesn't look like a college basketball coach. Like when I see him, like if I saw him mute off and just on the TV, I wouldn't picture him as an elite college basketball coach. But he's just an absolute crackhead, and I love it in a positive way.
I love that. I love McCasland. When I have my notes, he has a chance. Like, I think he's very underrated. Like maybe the most underrated in the country. He has a chance if Texas Tech has another big year, like to go all of a sudden, like like a top 5 or top 10 list. Like what he's done in 2 years as Texas Tech, and
having about him to be in the consideration.
Yeah, like
I
when you think
I thought
like
you're saying leave. I was like,
oh no, I'm sorry. Like when you think of premier coaches, like I think also if they're really good again, like again, they had your Gators on the ropes in the Elite 8 last year, and it was no accident.
After the ropes, it should be in them.
It was an 8-point game with 3 minutes to play.
Dominated the last 10 minutes against Arkansas.
And I guess that's a good point. They also could have lost to Arkansas in the Sweet 16. Could also, Darian Williams did lose them, which is a big loss. But I love that.
We'll get around to
that. Crab, any thoughts on that or wherever you want to take it?
I was going to say just the Big 12 in general. Isn't it amazing that after the run that Kansas had, that they aren't the prime team there?
Well, they win 22 in a row.
And I mean, Houston.
I don't know what the number was.
Houston's. It's not. I don't think it's 22. I think it's like 12 or 13. But it's still ridiculous. It's a number that's absurd. But you have Houston, who's definitely the front runner. You have Texas Tech, like Jake said, that's good. And we're thinking about them as
14 consecutive,
14 straight regular season titles, right?
Yep, 14 straight.
That's absurd.
in a conference that was
2000
pretty good for a
That
lot
was
of it
always
too.
good.
Yeah.
2005 through
And
2018.
you think about those teams, like in that meantime, you have the Oklahoma teams, the Iowa State teams, Oklahoma State teams,
Some good
So,
Missouri teams before
some
they
good
left.
Yankee before they left for the FCC. It's amazing to think that Kansas is kind of like, okay, maybe they're top 4, top 5 when Bill Self is still getting the talent, but they're not like the threat anymore. Which is crazy.
We've mentioned a bunch of times they were preseason number 1 back-to-back years, and they lost 8+ conference games each of the last 2 seasons. They had never lost more than 6 under Self until the
Wow.
past 2 seasons.
Yeah,
Pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good place to start. Kansas
Wait,
is
hold on.
just
What's that? You never lost more than 5 conference games in a season?
that. There's no way that's true.
Okay, well, I'm just.
He almost got fired at one point in UCLA. People forget about that. Or he almost left for Iowa. There's some weird story
Yeah,
about that.
Sorry. I think he's a little out of it these days.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, continue.
I'll just say my winner. I wrote down Houston. Just run the damn ball. It's just a simple pick. Sharp, Uze, and Tugler all back. With their good recruiting class coming in, they're going to be good.
I know
Houston,
we were a national championship pick later, but they are, to me, the shoo-in to win the national championship. And Sampson deserves it, as we know. But
yeah, Jake's Golden Boys last year has spoiled it for everyone. So,
Yeah.
still looking
just
to break
for
through.
some girls are going to win the Natty. Good for him.
So, do you have Houston winning the conference then?
I actually did have the pick written down.
Good. Glad you didn't.
Very prepped. Sorry, I was talking to old Johnny over here about it. Yeah, Houston's going to win the Big 12.
There we go. I think we can move on to player of the year because Jake, I mentioned top. You mentioned the freshman year. You could go a lot of different ways with this.
Yes.
Jake, I'll go with you because I think you seem like you're chomping at the bits a little bit.
Like I said before, this is more entertaining for me. The who's going to win freshman of the year in this conference over who's going to win national player of the year. Because it's just between Darren Peterson and AJ Debanza.
Whoa. JT Toppin just gets
For freshman of the year.
Oh, I think about.
Yeah,
I was thinking player of the year. Sorry.
No, freshman of the year in the Big 12. And I think Darren Peterson's going to be it. Darren Peterson is he's the most Kobe-esque we've had in a while in terms of, and I'm just going to call bucket getters. I think of Connor Courts. Who's going to go hoop at Connor, RIP. But someone that can go out, whether scores at all 3 levels, but I don't think there's a way to stop him unless he's missing shots, and which can be verbatim for anyone. But you get what I'm saying? Like, no one is forcing him to miss shots and mess up. They're not altering it in a way where he's truly unguardable. And this man is an absolute monster. Like we said last episode, Bill Self said he's the most talented player he's ever had in his locker room. He's 18 years old.
Which is crazy too. I mean, he's had
17.
Joel Embiid and Andrew Wiggins in his locker room before. Sure, other people I'm completely spacing on, but so is that your pick for player of the year?
Big 12 player of the year, Darren Peterson.
I can't lie, I'm a little disappointed because I had the same pick. I thought I was going a little off the board. I just feel like when I look at the other contenders, like JT Toppin, I just feel like there could be a lot of other people buying at the apple, especially with the Houston team. I think Darren Peterson, like you said, Jake, is just be putting up points. They actually lost a lot from last year. Adams, Harris, Hunter Dickinson gone, AJ Storr gone. So I just think he's going to feast with a ton of points.
Another Indiana boy. They brought back Flory.
Thank you. So yeah, I agree. I had Darren Peterson win player of the year. Crab, player of the year?
Sadly, same. I mean, I think he's going to be someone.
Wow, I did not
I
expect.
would say, well, like,
Clean sweep.
what we're saying about Yaxel, it's just going to be a player that, like you said, you're going to look up, he has 16 and 10, and you don't realize it. And he has, why am I spacing? Guys, help me. Rutgers last year, who did I love so much?
Ace freaking Bailey.
Ace Bailey, which I watched him at Rutgers at IU last year at that game. And I remember turning, I said this on the podcast, he looked like Tracy McGrady. He looks horrible in Utah right now.
Didn't he have an unreal stat line for this game?
I mean, we were following his assist tracker all year. I think he averaged like 1.4 assists a game, whatever it was.
But it was just like getting out of college. And I think the same thing with both Yaxel and Peterson, where it's just move on next level. And they're going to have games that they win literally by themselves with the team. There's going to be games where it's like they just check out. But
well, I should say, as people who listen to
Here it is.
Oh, what is it? This is
Ace
Bailey's game
Bailey,
last year.
Ace Bailey, January 2nd at IU. 39 points.
Yep.
On 16 of 29 shooting. 0 assists.
Just
There you go.
awesome. Just awesome.
and if you want to go watch the tape, it was all fadeaway, like 18-footers.
Meanwhile, he shot 37.5% from the free throw line in that game.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's a good transition. What I'm about to
Wow.
say, because if you were on the listen to pod last year, we were following Hubbard's turnover rate versus Bailey's assist rate. That was a great battle. Also, last year on the pod, I think I was one of the first people on JT Toppin, so it breaks my heart not to pick him player of the year. That's because I have Texas Tech, I hate to say it, as my disappointing.
How are you going to say that?
Still going to be really good. I just think Texas Tech was expectations. Yeah, and I just think this conference is loaded. So instead of being like 1 or 2, I think to be more 4, 5, 6. Love you, JT Toppin. I'm sorry. So I have to say they're my disappointing team. Crab, you give us something disappointing.
Iowa State.
Ah.
Down year. They'll be down with Johnny Dub when the year ends.
Shout Robbie, he had the same take. Jake, I'm actually going to skip over because I have Iowa State as my dark horse. I'm just going to say they had a lot of injury, bad luck last year. I think that bounces back. Kind of opposite Texas Tech. Low expectations for Iowa State. I like this is a lot better spot for them, and Altenberger's still jacked. So I like jacked men. Call me a trad wife. Jake, who's your dark horse or this? Wherever you want to take it.
That will be clipped.
Dark horse or disappointing. Pick whichever one you want to go first. Choose both. You know what? Give me 2, Jakey.
And on your way to hell, say hello to Art Briles. Baylor is my disappointing team. They and I don't blame Scott Drew for this, but I feel like he might have sold his soul for the national champion for the Natty, and because they really have been kind of just ever since.
Real quick, I have it written down. Do you know what they've done in tournament the 4 years since they're Natty?
0 wins.
I think it's one win, right?
You guys are 4 straight round 32s. They've been 2 and out 4 straight
1 and
years.
1 every year.
Sorry, go ahead though.
Yeah, I just don't see. I think things are moving south quickly, which is weird because they just built a brand new beautiful stadium too.
And fix the camera angle finally. Remember the bird's eye view in first year? There was impossible.
You're sitting in the rafters.
Hot take. If you guys recall, I think we've talked about this. Best camera view of any college basketball.
Syracuse.
I was in Alabama.
Alabama, I always love that. Looks like the most packed middle school gym, or the Drew League. Like that's what I think.
It's always
like the
right
player
there.
fan should be standing on the
Alabama's
edge.
view is amazing.
But nothing beats the Carrier Dome for me. It's just it's
Brad Miller had that view. Very well done.
Jake, so Baylor.
Baylor's my disappointing team. It's getting bad down there. I don't really see them turning around. I feel like there isn't much effort and
all right, let's
and whatnot. And then my dark horse team is Kansas.
Sorry, John is speaking way too much.
We're doing this open mic night. Jake,
look,
dark horse.
He even crossed his legs for the
Dark horse is Kansas, and I say that in the sense of, and some of our listeners know this is the Kansas theory. So, like we said, the last couple of years they've been preseason number 1, and they have. At the end of the season, not just how their final result is, but the tournament base, their preseason rank had not reflected where they were at towards the end of the year. This year, I think they were 5th or 6th, or predicted to be 5th in the CBS poll for to finish in the Big 12.
Yeah, I think it was,
and I think they could outright win it. I think there's a good core. And again, when you have Darren Peterson, I think anything can happen. And Self, I think, people are thinking he's, his health conditions and different things of that nature, where how much is he going to be around much longer? Is he going to keep coaching? Is it slipping out of his hands? No, I think this is the Kansas bounce back year, as they will contend to win the Big 12.
Crap, did we get your dark horse and disappointment? I can't remember. I think we did, right? Did you see your disappointing team?
Yeah, I thought I said Kansas.
I would say.
I would say that's what it was.
Yeah,
No, did you see your dark horse?
Dark horse.
We're a well-oiled machine over here.
Yeah, we are. Dark horse. Oh no, I'm going to say as a league, I'm going to say the Big 12 gets over 6 teams in.
Okay, a little off the board with that one.
Thank you.
Okay,
Conference dark horse.
The conference as a whole is the dark horse.
Well, I think it's one of those things where Kansas, if they have a season that we know they can always have, as I kind of crapped on them, they can. It's the whole thing where high tide rises all boats, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if Kansas if they can have a non-conference season and then have, let's just say, a mediocre Big 12 season, I think that boosts everybody. And
I like it, Crafts. We'll gift you a dark horse. We'll give you Central Florida. So good luck with that. See how those Knights do. Give or take, I won't go first because I desperately want to do this. I don't have a hot take. This one I had a fun fact for. Bobby Hurley is entering his 11th season at Arizona State. 11th.
It might be
How many non-first four wins in the tournament do you think he has?
0.
2.
Goose egg, 0.
I was gonna say,
And
and
he's
he has
entering
4.
2, I believe. He has 0 non-first four tournament victories. I think he has
I think
2.
he's been to 4 first.
Is that what it is? So the
Maybe.
first four king, they're picked dead last in the CBS Sports polls. So I don't know. Year 11, Bobby, knock yourself out. Jake, give or take for this conference.
Question for you guys:
Mm-hmm.
Is Steve Lutz or Doug Gottlieb a better coach?
Lutz. I like it.
Steve Lutz. So if Anthony Roy could be Anthony Roy under Doug Gottlieb, what do you think he'll do under Steve Lutz? I have Anthony Roy as my hot take. First team All Big 12, and he will make a first, second, or third team AP All American. Anthony Roy, Green Bay's finest.
That's a great one. I love that take. I had that written down. I love that he's there now.
God, it's going to be electric. That man, talk about bucket getters. Anthony Roy.
Well, I love too because I didn't watch any Oklahoma State basketball last year, so my prep work. Apparently, scoring was a big issue last year. I don't think it's going to be when we have that fellow coming in. So, go Pokes. Their football team's depressing. Crab, give or take.
Say Mike Gundy attends 2 home basketball games.
I hope it's more.
Shout Mike Gundy. I love that one, Crab.
Thank you.
All right, run through teams we didn't hit real quick. We really didn't touch on BYU at all. Anything else other than DeBanson and Richie Saunders you wants to add on?
They don't sell alcohol at their games, do they?
Do you not know?
There's no.
So just
way.
sit back and soak it in, soberly, fans.
Soak it in.
Thank you for pointing out my fun. Arizona. Anyone got anything Arizona?
They're going to be 0-1 to start the season.
Crab, anything to add on that?
I would just say it's amazing. How we were talking about Kansas, Arizona, just the fact that we don't really talk about them anymore. Another program that's just kind of like fading slowly
Well,
in a descent.
our the one and only media man himself, LeBron James, his son is about to play. Bryce James is a freshman there. So I'm sure we're going to get a lot of Arizona media.
Right, so they're about to ascend media.
Which we mentioned Peterson DeBansa. Koa Pete, I think's how you say it.
Mhm.
You could be pretty good, and I miss you, Caleb Love. God bless you.
He should have a lifetime pass to play college basketball. If he can go from the
Yes.
G League, if you can go from the G League and come back, then he should be able to continue to play.
$20 anyone who came at TCU basketball player this year.
Oh, who was the red?
I
Who was
really
the
thought you
who was
did
the
say.
Who's the
Because I can't.
Who's the
name-
albino?
Can we say that
The-
word?
the-
I don't know if that.
I'm not laughing at it. Just
Yeah.
I did not expect that question from your.
the red.
That's where I
the
TCU
redheaded-
basketball. Jamie Dixon, what an interesting career for him. Kansas State, PJ Haggerty's there. He's a sleeper for all American teams. You're both for Jerome Tang. See what they got. Cincinnati.
Beautiful campus, though. I've been to it one time and it was lovely to be.
When did you go to Kansas State?
Oh, it's TCU. Sorry.
Oh, I was talking about Kansas
Jalen
State.
Fisher.
Oh, sorry.
Damn, I'm so glad you didn't think of that exact. That would have been good. Yeah, but PJ Haggerty's
Both
at
red
Kansas
hair
State.
and albiism.
Albiism. Did not know that was a word.
For
Utah basketball, I forget exists half the time. I can't think of one significant Utah basketball moment in the last 15, 20 years.
Keith Van Horn.
I guess it did beat Kentucky one year in December. But that's all I got. Anyone got anything on Utah before we move on?
Keith Van Horn.
Keith Van Horn. Colorado.
Shout out to Alex Jansen.
Shout out to Alex Jansen. Colorado, anyone? They're very bad last year.
Hope Dion's healthy.
Yeah, hope Dion's healthy. And then UCF is
Oh, no, I'll get you in Colorado basketball. Chauncey Billups.
X-ray glasses. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about that.
Yeah, that's just next pod. We need to talk about the gambling stuff, but that is wild. So start from there. So there's your Colorado basketball take.
UCF, that's Dusty Star Horse. We have to talk.
Yep.
Do you know where Riley Kugel's at now, Jake?
That's the only fun fact I have for them. is
Sorry, I
that
didn't mean-
Riley Kugel. Shout out to Riley Kugel.
Does Johnny Dawkins just have a job for life there?
He's just,
Yeah,
not
like-
a lifetime contract.
Yeah, like
He's
what's
just chilling.
One of the guys on my hot seat for the year.
Okay.
And then West Virginia.
That should be a side podcast, Jake's Hot Seats.
And I have to eat bags of hot Cheetos the entire time.
And it's just you like in the sauna. Who's on the hot seat with me?
We might have a great idea.
Doc has a portable sauna. If I have to do a pot, that is if you're that's gonna be moving forward. If your coach is ever in the hot seat, we're bringing the sauna. The sauna would fit right here, and you can do the pod from the sauna.
We just sweating
We-
hot
we're-
Cheetos.
Oh, these microphones are gonna break so quick.
We've talked more about Jake and Asana than we did BYU basketball in this segment. It was like a top 10 team.
There's just glass shattering all over the place.
West Virginia lost to Breeze, but Tyron Eaglestaff is there now for some reason. So shout out to him. Anything else in the Big 12, boys?
You had a great trip to West Virginia.
I did. I went there for the backyard brawl. It rocked. Is Haley still down there? I wonder
Hailstorm.
how many teams in the Big 12?
Did you say not 12?
Damn it, I think it's 14, 16?
14.
This is a good guess, though. Thank you, Haley. All right, I have to get my second page of notes as we move on to, you guys want to go big or coastal on this one?
I have big next.
Hey, we're going to the Big East Conference. I should pull out you would think I had the 6-pack locked and loaded by now. Well, I found my
Dick, you've
phone.
never finished a 6-pack in your life.
Okay, now we're making 2-season Nick jokes. Very inside joke. All right, 6-pack for the Big East. It's like half the conference. In order it goes UConn, St. John's, Creighton, Marquette, Providence, Villanova. 2 things to note for this conference. The only real coaching change, I believe, was just Sean Miller out at Xavier. In is Richard Pitino, not Rick. Richard Pitino is in at Xavier. But there was some other coaching news over the all season. Is it Greg or Doug? Greg McDermott said he plans to retire in 2 to 3 years. So we'll see if that sticks.
Is Doug still playing?
He's on the Kings, which God bless Sacramento Kings fans if you're listening to the
He's
pod.
got a Russell Westbrook,
They
too.
could go back to that.
He started the Power 4 the other night. You don't see that? He was listed as starting.
He
power
also has hit more first quarter threes this season than anybody else.
Hell yeah.
That rocks. And again, yeah, so McDermott's retiring soon. Again, Pitino and Mata, they're not getting any younger, so they could be out the door soon. And then Hurley talked about resigning at one point last year. He's always up some shenanigans. So, yeah, Dan Hurley has one foot at the door, I guess. The other thing to know for the Big East, it's been kind of top-heavy past couple years. Only 3 teams made it last.
It's literally like a top.
Yeah, literally had top. Only 3 teams made a tournament 2 years ago. And then last year, none of the teams made the Sweet 16 in the tournament. So I know it's kind of cherry picking a little bit, but can anyone from the bottom half make the jump this year? All righty. So that's kind of a quick Big East preview. Johnny W. and company. Thoughts, winner.
Yeah, I was just say, speaking of getting top, Rick Pitino.
Uh-huh.
Fun fact, you guys know where St. John's is all time in wins?
7th.
As programs,
Yes, correct.
I'm going to go 13th.
9th.
Oh.
Which is crazy because one Final Four appearance, I believe.
Well, I know one for
So
sure.
I just think it's the fact that he's resurrecting another school. For those that don't know, he started at Boston when he was 22 years old, I want to say.
And that's Boston University, by the
Yeah,
way,
Boston
people.
University, not Boston College, not
Not the Celtics.
not the Celtics. Even they went to Celtics at one point.
Mm-hmm.
His story is always going to be, jokes aside,
2
just
Final Fours.
amazing. 2 Final Fours. They're going to be good. And preseason number 3 or 4 in the AP?
5th, it's what I've
5th.
written down. If that's correct.
So I would say the stories are them. As much as you guys know that I hate UConn, and Hurley and his shenanigans.
What do we like? Are you implying we really like them or
No,
something?
I'm not. I'm saying some people do.
Don't go check my
I
Twitter.
still want to know. It's kind of sad to me that the fall of Butler is continuing too. I saw on the Big East AP poll had them behind DePaul this year. Which
2
is-
teams I will be getting to.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Which I
Perfect
guess-
segue, Jake. If you want to take that over.
Real quick, actually, I will say that the bottom of the Big East and the CBS Sports polls I have, it does go Georgetown, Butler, Xavier, DePaul, Seton Hall,
Okay.
wherever that's worth. But kind of your point, it's kind
Seton
of a
Hall
jumble
as in
kind of
Seton
fact
Hall
that-
as the bottom.
bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, Seton Hall is a bottom. Yeah, Jake, that transition to you on that?
Well, we'll do champions, but I'll dive into these teams specifically for a reason. Is anybody else worried about we had a weird offseason with Hurley, from his anger after the Florida game to his little, docu-series that came out, to a couple of his interviews were very awkward this summer. And then we've already seen him act like a madman. Did you see him?
Didn't he go on The View at one point too?
Might have gone on The View.
Like very random.
He's full. I think he's truly like, it's not I'm not going to say it's a bit, but he knows how to play into the role of which the media and just fans in general, how they look at him and perceive him. And I think he's playing into a little bit. But once season starts, I think he's on full revenge tour. I think he may just wax through the Big East. And again, I'm not saying St. John's going to get off the floor by them every time, but I just think this could be a full, okay, we won back-to-back. People think we've fallen off. Florida knocks us out. I mean, to them, they're a possession away. They lost by 2 to the national champs after winning back-to-back. I think he could be on full revenge tour and
I'll say this
slide to this conference
about Hurley. So, I know we say a lot of jokes on the show, very aware of mental illness. And he's talked up front about having kind of mental issues in the past.
He's psycho.
Yeah. And he does seem somewhat like a psychopath, and don't want to wish anything, upon him that would correlate to something where it's like he's not healthy or his family's not healthy or whatnot. But I guess the only thing I'll say with that, so hope he's doing well. But what I'll say to you, Jake, is at what point does it turn to, you said, they're going to run through everyone. He's not the one playing. So, and
That's correct.
understand that he can boost his team and pump them up. But I've been in locker rooms where it's gone both ways, where players either play even harder to almost.
Well, he's proven that his leadership and the way he goes about and runs his program and the psychopathness approach, again, not calling him a psychopath, but
yeah, if you can actually pump people up, but
he did win back-to-back national championships. He has the track record to say, I've done it, and so
and in dominating fashion too.
Yes. I mean, they're definitely the best team in the country both those years. But what if it goes the other way and the players are like, I don't like how this guy's treating me.
They're not there when they play their first game next week. They're not on the court if they're not bought into what he is and to this fullest. They know, because what we see is, I believe, it's worse behind closed doors. And I'm not saying in an abusive way. I'm not saying any of that nature. But I'm saying the loudness of which he runs his team and program and stuff, I believe, is, we only see a certain level of it versus what is behind. What's the preseason? What's all that looking like? I mean, if we're seeing what he's yelling out on TV, when he's mic'd up, or when he knows there's cameras on, or hell, in the Maui gym when you can hear it 3 times from an echo, what is he saying in the middle of sprints in the late August when these guys or someone's walking in hungover? Like, I bet it's immensely. I'm not saying, again, worse is not the word I want to do, but it exaggerated even further than what we were able to see through the public.
My opinion is, I think he's more annoying than he's abusive. Like, I don't buy.
No, yeah, abusive by no means.
I know some people. I think it's just more annoying than anything. I appreciate you bringing up the mental aspects and like how people deal with that. It's just, you having horns on and wearing a Tua jersey while doing it. It's just such a funny individual. So, Jake, we need to clip that. Just the super serious with the horns on. So UConn's the question again. It's last year the outlier. They bring back Sullivan Ball. Shout Dr. Bell, Solo Ball. Alex Caravan's obviously back. Is it Silas from Georgia? Jake, do you know what I'm saying? That? It comes in, so got the talent there. And it's last year the outlier, or is that sign things to come? I want to pick my winner because I think I was very chalky in a lot of them. So this is where I want to go off the board. I got the Marquette Golden Eagles being the shocker, winning the Big East. It's kind of what I was talking about with, I can't remember who it was earlier. No expectations for Marquette. Cam Jones is gone. They bring back certain guys like Chase Ross is back. Ben Gold's back. Can they take the step up? Sean Jones, who tore his ACL, is coming back this year. They brought in no transfers.
I was just about to say.
Very cohesive group. Shock with no expectations. I have some questions. Again, UConn have some questions. St. John's lost a lot of people. Creighton lost Kalkbrenner at the top. Marquette winning the Big East. Why not? I'm shocked appalled. I'm glad Robbie's not here to laugh at me. I believe in Marquette. So, anyone got thoughts on Marquette at all, or anything about that pick?
Dabo of college basketball?
Excuse me?
Refusing to hit the transfer portal. That's my hot take / for the league. It says Marquette, lessons will be learned. Don't be the Dabo of college basketball. Bring in a damn transfer.
It's a fair point. Maybe he is a depth. Wow.
To lose
I
what
might-
you've lost and to bring in nobody is shocking.
Shaka. How do we say that?
Well, to be fair to Shaka,
Shaka.
there's 12 guys on a basketball team instead of 94 on a football team. So
Well,
maybe
but
it's a little
still.
easier to not have a transfer.
To lose
though.
your leading scorer.
It's a very good point. Well, now I feel great about my Marquette pick. So did you pick UConn to win the conference?
No, I'm saying St. John's.
St. John's, and did you say UConn?
UConn.
Yeah. So yeah, I like we're getting a little spread out a little bit here. Yeah, so dark horse, I guess I kind of said Marquette for me, but I also have Georgetown. I think Cooley's too good of a coach. I like some of their transfers. They did lose Sorber and Ez, but they bring back Malik Mack is back, and so is Langston Love, who I always liked. KJ Lewis from Arizona's in. So yeah, I believe in Cooley. So they're due to finally be good there. They're my dark horse. Jake, dark horse.
Dark horse. Heading back up to Chicago, Nick. The DePaul
I-
Blue
oh my
Demons.
God.
I love Jake.
You know what?
I love
You know
this pick.
why? You know why too? Chris Holtman knows how to win in this conference. He didn't know how to win in the Big Ten very well, but he knows how to win in this conference. And year one, he already doubled his team's wins from the season before. Hit the portal pretty well. And year two at Butler is when he made his big push in the Big East. I think it's going to be a year two up in DePaul. And you know what? I hope everyone jumps on this bandwagon. To be a laughing stock of a conference for the last 20 years.
I mean, our whole life, it feels like. I don't have no memory of them ever being even
Wasn't
mediocre.
where Quentin Richardson? Isn't that where he played?
Yeah.
And that was
See, I have no memory
early
of
2000s, maybe
him
after the Sweet
there.
16.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
so
late
yeah,
90s,
Holtman,
90s.
which again, I still love that Holtman's there. But I got DePaul as my dark horse.
I want to show you, Jake. Look at my notes. Dark horse. I like DePaul too. And I'm just going to skip ahead to my hot take then. DePaul will be in the first four outs. I'm not picking to make the tournament. They'll be in the first four outs. I love them doing my prep. I love this
NIT one season.
this preview for DePaul. They said, quote, they have actual size this year. They must have been just super tiny last year. So I'm with you, Jake. I love DePaul. What could go wrong with us being all in on DePaul basketball? I'm with you. Holtman's, I believe in Chris Holtman. Crab, dark horse.
So I talked to Johnny Dub during this. I crapped on them already. So two things for you guys. One, do you guys know that Villanova has never fired a head coach?
No.
Yeah. So he
Well, as of today.
Well, Neptune's not there.
Oh, duh.
It's Kevin Willard.
Willie.
and two, I was gonna say my dark horse actually is Butler. So they
Ah.
had the low expectations, but what they're doing there, I don't know. I can't believe they can still be that low level. You have that recruiting assets and
Landed Noblesville guard, heading to Butler.
Hey.
Now it's Baron Walker, committed to Butler. Noblesville guy.
Yeah, it's year 4 for Mata, so it's kind of like we're talking with Holtman. If you assume eventually they'd maybe get going, so I'm with it. I hope they can be good. So, disappointing team? Do you have one, Crab?
in the Big East. I'm gonna turn that the same way and say
Butler. We're just gonna go. I'm gonna spread it out.
It's going one or two ways.
it's not really disappointing. I just don't believe that they're going to be anything good. I'll just say Seton Hall just they have no NIL money.
Mm-mm.
And that's a huge thing now. So I'm just
Yeah.
saying Seton Hall is just they're going to be with Johnny Woodson as
I
a
ha-
program.
I have my notes for Seton Hall. I literally just put Seton Fall. I just
Good.
wrote down depressing, lacking in funds. However, they did have one of the worst offenses last year, and they lost everyone. So maybe that's
But
a
you know
good
what they
thing.
mean?
Worse. How can things get any worse? Look around you, Helen.
You
We're
know
the threshold
what
of
they may
hell.
say to us though?
Sorry, I've seen Hall. I guess it was Shaheen Holloway. I guess take that for knocking me off a couple years ago. Disappointment. I just did Providence by default. No real analysis, just because I've had to pick someone. I like all the teams at the top, so
They're just boring.
yeah, I think
To be
they're
honest.
picked to finish 5th or 6th. Maybe it'll be 6th or 7th. There's really not a team like this here. I said I don't think they'll be as good as they are, so I just had Providence by default. Jake, disappointment.
So I'm going the opposite direction as you guys. Disappointing team is going to be Butler. And I would like to go ahead and make this public in the pod. Over under each of us 1.5 seasons. This would be one coming up. Is Thad Matta still a coach of Butler?
Under.
Dang. I'll say under now. If we can talk about this again in January, hopefully different answer, but under is probably the right answer.
Yeah,
And-
I wouldn't bet on it, but like you had to make me choose one. I'd
Yeah.
probably go with the under.
That's what I'm saying because
He does not finish the 27 season as Butler's head coach would be the
meaning he gets fired or he walks away.
neither. If I had to make a bold prediction,
Well, it has to be one.
no, I think it will be a medical thing. Just for the
That's
same reason. Well,
That'd be walking away. That's what I'm asking.
well, I'm saying, remember, it was rumored that the IU job was his before Woodson, but he didn't pass the physical. So I think there's gonna be something of that nature where it's not him saying I can't do this anymore, like a Tony Bennett, like a Jay Wright, like a insert your name of your coach. But it's more of a this is how it's gonna go out, which could be behind closed
Yeah,
doors.
Thad,
have an idea.
don't be on my lap in 2 years.
But it's things are very interesting. They should have just stayed in the A10.
Bray Rush listener show called that years ago. Yeah, how's my pickle on my microphone doing, Jake? You get over here.
Or you keep putting it in your throat.
Your what's
Okay, I'm wearing a damn pickle costume. Give me some credit over here.
what's on your microphone? Your what?
Pickle.
All right, you're good.
Okay, pickle. Give or take. Again, I already said DePaul will be in the first 4 outs. Do you guys already say your give or take for this segment?
Marquette lessons will be learned. Don't be
Less,
though.
yeah. Crab, did you say yours already?
UConn less than 2 wins in the NCAA tournament is my give or take.
So they'll be
Okay,
It's
yeah.
round of 32.
So a top 5 team will not make the Sweet 16.
Yes.
Oh no, wait.
under.
So 2 or less wins, they could make the Sweet 16.
Okay, 1.5.
Okay.
The
So
one
you're
that-
saying round of 32 exit.
yes.
Okay. I like it.
Nerds.
Rip through some teams. We really didn't touch on St. John's. They did add in Bryce Hopkins and Zuby Ebaford, who's an AP All-American pick to some.
Sounds Hopkins.
I think he's a legit 4th year. I think.
Actually, I haven't.
I
pulled
can't
up.
remember.
I forgot I was going to look him up.
Creighton. We did not
By the way,
touch on.
We haven't lost 2. He's from Downers Grove.
Who?
Bryce Hopkins.
I did not know. Maroons.
Hot take right here. Creighton misses the tournament this year.
Wow. They lose your boy Ashworth and Kalkbrenner?
Yeah.
And now, okay. Yeah, definitely defense concerns, but, we didn't say player of the years. This is my player of the years on his team. Owen Freeman from Iowa's on his team. I think he's going to put up a bunch of numbers. Yeah. Did we do players? That's my bad. Again, first year hosting, still learning the ropes. Player of the year, anyone?
There's so much structure on the show.
So much structure on this show.
Well, speaking of structure, my laptop died. So
Wonderful.
my notes are done for
Producer
now.
Haley, you're slacking down
Yeah.
here. Big East player of the year, solo ball. I know we referenced him earlier. Nick, I got some stats for you about solo ball from year 1 to year 2. Where does year 3 grow? Because these jumps in numbers are ridiculous. 3.3 points per game as a freshman, 14.4 as a sophomore. Could be rising up to 20 for his junior year. Shot 32% from 3 his freshman year, 42% his sophomore year. Again, another big jump. And this is the big one for me. 3 field goal attempts per game as a freshman, 11.5 field goal per game last year. I think that he could be up in the 15, 16 shot market, especially with Braylon Mullins going to be missing some time.
Mhm.
People saw that. She's on it.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Thank you, executive producer.
There's probably
All right.
here.
I like to call Jake Crab real quick. Big East player of the year.
Callaghan.
Who? Caravan.
Caravan.
There we go.
Sorry, trying to do multiple trying to multitask.
You got to think he's got like a Chrysler minivan. They should do some type of NIL deal there.
It really is a unique name. It's right there. It's literally in the name.
And Caravan is the name of the car.
Oh, I'm all aware, Jake. I was really.
Okay, so question real quick then. With their expectations here, we talked about Mata Patino, 1.5 years still at St. John's.
Over.
You think so?
He'll be in the grave before he stops coaching.
If he's not tied
that's
up,
what I
if
believe.
he's not,
Yeah,
if he's
yeah.
not tied up with Chauncey.
No kidding. Boy, Chauncey had
Terry.
connections.
Wasn't you there?
And
and
Damon
Terry
Jones.
and Damon Jones.
Yeah.
And that's St. John's preview for basketball. I think we've pretty much shown every other team. Xavier, they have a completely new roster. Richard Pitino,
Chris Mack.
Chris Mack, Villanova, I guess we kind of touched on him. Caden Lewis, freshman coming in. Devin Askew's there now, which shout out.
Wow,
gosh.
David Charles is gonna love to hear that.
Is that amazing? So, yeah, that's the Big East. I think this conference is very fun. All right, we're probably going to run through this one a little quicker. Sorry, ACC, you're kind of the last of the barrel right here. We're running a little long. So ACC, basically, we got Noah's Leonard Hamilton, Jim Larinaga, Kevin Keats, Tony Bennett, all gone. A little bit of changing of the guard in the ACC a little bit. And so that's the first thing you need to know. Second thing is, you want to merge outside, really the top two in this conference. Duke and Louisville are the only two teams in the top 31 at KenPom. There's 4 teams between 32 and 43 at KenPom.
I was
So
gonna say, my dark horse already have SMU. Are they on that?
yes, they are. They are between the 32 and 43.
Thank you.
That's the second thing to know. And I guess on that note, I should once again forget about our 6-pack, which goes Duke, Louisville, UNC, NC State, Virginia, SMU. And yeah, that's ACC.
Dark horse SMU champ. I'm actually gonna say.
Well, I didn't say you have to completely run through it, but go right ahead.
Well, now I'm thrown off.
So,
Champ will say Duke. What he's doing there is they're gonna be so damn good again for the next 2 decades. It's so annoying. And the team I'm gonna say North Carolina is a big letdown. Okay, back to 1.5 Davis at Carolina.
Hubert, they ain't getting rid of Hubert.
yeah, I'll go.
Not with Belichick still with the job.
I'll go
That
over.
buyout's
Yeah,
getting
but
thrown first.
at least Belichick's in his first year.
Well,
As long as they make the tournament, their AD gets a bonus.
Well, so they're a 1 seed 2 years ago, and they made the tournament last year, right? Didn't they make the tournament last year? UNC?
Yeah, they were the last team in that went to.
Yeah. See it. 1 seed 2 years ago, made the tournament last year. Yeah, I think he's there. But yeah, it's not been the smoothest of sailings for Hubert. So
By the way, as I open my laptop, Johnny Dub just says, "What the hell is this thing?"
By the way, he was not born he was not around for that 18. Whatever. He was born in 1910, same day as mom.
Shout out Kathy. Happy belated birthday.
And Angie.
For the record, our mom was not born in 1910, but just
Yeah, so you have Duke winning the conference?
yes.
Yeah, I have Duke as well. I think it's a safe pick. They have
Duke, no comment.
Yeah, Duke. Also have Cam Boozer winning Player of the Year. I just think he's going to put monster numbers. And it really wasn't even the conference. I was like, Darian Williams at NC State, I almost picked. But yeah, I think Cam Boozer for Player of the Year in the conference. Right? Or am I the right Boozer twin? Who's the better of the two? Is it Cam?
Yeah.
Jake? Okay. So that's why I have D1 Done Pod. Shout to us. Crabber Jake, who's your Player of the Year pick in this conference?
I had Beezer as well. Just get that out of the way.
You guys can jump off. I'm not jumping on that. That's only Booze Cruise I'm not jumping on. Darian Williams.
Yeah.
This man, talk about a huge loss. Imagine if he was still at Tech. He'd be running back. I think he really emerged the second half of last season. And Will Wade is just, he's going to get boys to hoop and get him to play good. So I got Darian winning the ACC Player of the Year.
The only reason I couldn't quite get there, I think Trey Holloman is going to put monster numbers there too. So maybe they cancel each other out just a smidge. But yeah, I like that Darian Williams pick. Dark horse in this conference. I'll go first on this one. I got Notre Dame. I think Shrewsbury is down the bus through at some point. They have a lot of talent come in. Was it Marcus Burton's there? His son Shrewsbury's there. They added someone else in my notes. I love this guy from after Tote from Northern Arizona. Average a double-double. He's in. Year 3, Shrewsbury. You got Penn State's tournament in year 2. They're my dark horse. Jake?
Dark horse is going to be NC State. I think they can win this conference. All goes right. Yeah, and of course, my chalk answer of Duke. But Will Wade, just for the listeners, for current seeking involvements around the world, Will Wade is college basketball's version of Kurt Signetti. I win. Google me. No matter where he goes, he's going to find guys to win, and he's going to definitely, if he was dropping bags before NIL, he's finding enough money for then, all these NIL things are skewed anyways, but he's getting guys in there. You got Darian to come out there. They have a good team. That man can recruit, and that man can put a team on the court that will win. I got NC State as my dark horse in the ACC.
I love so much he's there. I like the NC State finally has some juice to it finally again, and they have an Arsenault too. Came over from Houston. Yep. Excited to see that as well. Krabby and Mr. Wooden, sir. Dark horse.
Well, he wanted me to talk about Jimmy V because I guess they had a conversation today, so that's nice for NC State. Personally, I think Will Wade seems like an asshole, but I don't know him personally. But they were my He is so good.
Well, I guess you had
So-
SMU too, right?
Yeah,
I
well,
forget.
no, SMU's my dark horse. I'll say it's about Will Wade and NC State. When I say asshole, I mean that in a endearing way because there are some people that have a persona to them that they can grow and build businesses or programs, whatever it's going to be, and they know how to do it, and they don't care what people think about them. And so that's what I'm saying. So someone like me who Will Wade will probably never cross paths. For him to just be like, screw you guys, I know how to work the system. I'm going to do it. Work the system, and now he understands that he was doing it the way that's allowed now. He may take over that state in 5-10 years if NC
Heck
State
yeah.
really wants to
Tobacco
invest in
Road
him.
goes west.
Yeah, seriously. So credit to him. Sorry, when I said a-hole, I do not mean that in a bad way. I mean as a compliment. In a sense.
We have beef with Will Wade
You
now.
little
Just thought-
asshole.
Yeah, sorry. Will, you're not going to be with Johnny Depp soon. I promise. But NC State is a scary team, and it may take him a couple years, but he's going to grow something.
I do like your SMU pick too. Only ACC team that brings back 3 double-digit scores. So shout out SMU, and they're kind of good last year. Indian Field can coach. Disappointment. Jakey, got disappointment.
Give me the floor. Are you guys aware what is going on down in Tallahassee?
I did not know his coach's name until I looked. I still don't.
So,
No.
one, we'll go back to last season where Leonard Hamilton's players
Luke Louts, whoever
who
that is.
played there, alma mater. But middle of last season, we have players at Florida State boycotting practice and filing lawsuits against Leonard Hamilton for failed NIL deals. And so you have all that to start off. Then, you would think after you have a coach like Leonard Hamilton there for a long, long time, very successful, you would have somebody that come in to kind of just rejuvenate kind of everything that's kind of happened the last 6 to 12 months, maybe even 18 months. Scotty Barnes is probably the last meaningful thing that's been there. And so who they hired, they brought in a former player by the name of Luke Louts, played there from, I believe, I have it written down here, 08 to 12.
Take your word for it.
Nick, you want to go guess how many head coaching jobs he's had in his life?
This is his first.
Yes, 0 is the answer. Do you want to guess how many college basketball staffs he's been a part of in his life?
First of all, I love this as a Florida Gators fan. I know exactly what you're doing. This is
Florida fan or not, I spent about 30 minutes in this rabbit hole today prepping for this.
this is third staff he's a part of.
0. This is his first college basketball locker room he's been in since he was a player. Here is the timeline of his career. In
Fake it till you make it.
In
Good for him.
2016, he retired from playing overseas. Summer of 16, the Golden State Warriors hired him as a film/player development intern. The summer of 17, they hired him as the Golden State Warriors hired him as the two-way player development coach from 17 to 18. In 19, he was promoted to the head of player development for all the Warriors. 2020 comes around. He is the assistant player development for the Nigerian national team. That's what he did for the whole year.
Ooh, don't
Representing
scoff at
Olympics.
that. What was that?
2021,
Sure,
he is
yeah,
listed
Kim
as a
Olajuwon.
film scout and player analyst for the Phoenix Suns. 2022 to 2024, he was Sacramento Kings' defensive coordinator as official on staff. And then in March of 2025, he is welcomed as the head coach of Florida State.
Wait, did you not say at the top he's never been on staff?
Of college basketball. He's never been on a
Oh.
college basketball staff ever. And he's just the head coach at Florida State. He's never had head coaching experience. He has never been in a college basketball locker room. And you're just going to hire him at one of the top 50 programs in the country?
I'm not anti. Your overall point, I agree with. I'm not anti coming from like a NBA, like having no college experience per se, especially if you played there before. If he's been on like NBA staff,
Yeah, I'm against you
But
as well. on this.
listen to these rules.
I'm not saying-
he was,
I get his
he was
overall
the
point.
He
I
was
do
an
it.
Yeah.
intern,
I think you're
player development coach, a scout, whatever a defensive coordinator is listed at for the Sacramento Kings, and then boom, head coach at Florida State.
So he's done multiple roles though, and he goes to a school where
There isn't a single other program in the country that's hired a head coach that has never been a head coach anywhere else.
That's
Doug Gottlieb.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, that's not true.
I just want to shout Doug Gottlieb on that one. I
Was
get your
it
point.
Gottlieb's first ever coaching?
Who, either way, he was a radio host. But I get your overall point. He's never been like, a head assistant for a school for 3 years. I do think
He's
you're
never been in a college locker room since he was a player.
I think you're discrediting. He's at least been like on professional staffs for a couple years. I do think that's like not nothing. I do get your point though.
Okay, so yeah, if he was getting the job at Duke or Kentucky or Kansas, I would agree with you. I think if you're Florida State, your programs are kind of
Doug
falling
Gottlieb
apart.
went to Green Bay. That makes sense.
I know, but that's what I'm getting at. So Florida State's been falling apart since they made that Elite Eight run back in, probably. I think
So 19 Elite Eights, 21.
The wheels fell off in the last 24 months.
So now they're like, okay, we got to regroup. We have a older coach who's going to retire. We got to fix things. We have someone who's actually been in the locker room here.
No,
he has.
He
has experience at the professional level, and he is probably passionate about Tallahassee and being there. I actually think that's a great idea. I mean, again, they're not trying to win national championships right now. It's like, okay, let's bring this guy and figure out what we have. We can pay him a lot less than I would if I needed to bring in.
I just wonder who was on the coaching search. Like, how do you just to hire again? This isn't Georgia Southern. This is Florida State.
Again, I think it's a valid criticism. I just think it's not nothing. He's been on professional staff for the last 4 or 5 years.
He's had one official assistant coach job. Everything else is not on. He's not on a bench. He's sitting in the stands and then working the late hours and player. So it's just I don't think there has any.
That means he sees more though. I'm not trying to dumb down what you're saying because I understand absolutely what you're saying. I'm just saying if you're Florida State, you're a Power 4 program
you're one of the wealthiest universities in the ACC.
But they don't care about basketball.
Well, that wealth goes towards Mike Norvell here soon.
Yeah. So for them, if the basketball program can bring excitement and be good, I mean, that's what Florida was before Donovan. I mean, before Billy Donovan got there. Early 2000s Florida basketball was crap. They just cared about Spurrier and
they went to a Final Four.
One.
That's what I'm saying. But again, they didn't hire.
All right, we're spending too much time on Florida State basketball. I think
you guys are not grasping the craziness of this hire.
Again,
I don't think
it overall is a great. Remember, we're also in an NIL area where it's more about can you get the guys coming to your locker room more than ever now. I will say, apparently, doing the prep work, apparently they have a 2026 class lined up.
Look at the GM.
I think that's a fair point.
We made Johnny Dub fall back asleep.
So. So
he's been asleep since 2010.
Oh, I remember. So I think we're on disappointment.
The biggest disappointment is Florida State. What is going on is my headline.
Mine is Georgia Tech. There you go.
I just put UNC just because I believe in NC State, SMU, Notre Dame, Clemson, and more. So yeah, I think they'll still make the tournament. I just don't have them as third. I think it's listed. So that's my disappointment. I'll do my hot take. You mentioned Georgia Tech. They lost maybe my favorite player from last year. You guys remember following the pod? Nathan George left Georgia Tech, and guess where he went? He is a Syracuse Orange now. If you guys don't remember Nathan George, I had the stats for you right here. At one point when we fell in love with him, he had a 6-game stretch last year where he averaged 22 points per game and over 6.5 assists per game last year. He's a stud. He's at Syracuse. First team all ACC, and runner-up for ACC Player of the Year. Nathan George, know the name.
Nate Dogg.
Nathan with an I, by the way. Naithan.
Another shout out to the Orange, Kai and Anthony.
In Syracuse. Maybe I should pick my dark horse.
Interior Dome might be back.
You need a coach. That's kind of the issue. Hot take, give or take anyone. Floor is yours.
Nate George, newcomer of the year. Does that count if you go inside the conference?
That's the ultimate hot take, I think.
Okay. I don't know if that
can you win. There's no way.
There's no way. Bro. I mean, I guess you are new
to your team. So there's my hot take.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do some research on that one. I'm intrigued now.
It's definitely newcomers to the conference, but why not? Screw it. We're to say it. Jake,
you go first.
Remember, I said Nate George.
Oh yeah, Nate George. Hot take. Don't be surprised when you see Miami start to look like the start of a powerhouse this year. Lucas was not going to take that job just to sit back and do a Florida State role. No, he is going there to build, take everything there is about Coral Gables,
Mm-hmm.
and the beautiful beaches of Miami and the beautiful women to bring in players.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to get a lot of resources. When I say a lot of resources, he's not going to be shorthanded in public interviews.
Johnny Depp was trying to do the U for you, but I think his fingers are going to break if he does. So
But no, I think Miami is going to start. You're going to see a little turn. How you've looked at the Jim Larinaga Miami teams over the years, where they're hectic and you never know what's going to go on, but they find a way to win games, and it's sloppy chaos, but in a good way. I think there's going to be a culture and a program built.
Sloppy
under
chaos
Lucas.
sounds like us in Miami.
Okay, Malik Renew and Trey Donaldson built there as well with Jai Lucas,
As well as True Washington.
True Washington.
Washington came from New Mexico.
All right, rip through teams we not really hit on. We already kind of hit Duke, Booster Twins. They did lose Proctor along with all of the freshmen last year, so just FYI.
Isaiah,
Ed?
Yeah, Isaiah Evans.
He's back, right?
He might be there.
Yeah,
Stud.
Louisville boys, I'm very scared they're going to be really good. McNeely and Conwell are there. Pryor's back.
You haven't even said their best player.
The freshman.
Mikhail Brown.
Yeah, I'm very scared that they might be really good. We're gonna hit UNC, SMU, Clemson. Do we have Clemson?
So we're 12 days away from Kentucky Louisville.
I know. Yeah, if you didn't know, Kentucky Louisville football play each other, or basketball play each other before, and football, which is crazy. Clemson, you guys have anything there? Clemson?
They're gonna have 2 6'6" white guys that might eat. They're gonna be a pick and pop kind of. They're kind of a big. They're the ACC's Iowa.
Yeah, Nick Davidson from that comes over. Brownell going for 3 straight tournament appearances. All right, that's Clemson basketball. Syracuse already hit on. Von Tech, Crab. You got anything on Virginia Tech?
Go Hokies.
I just wrote down their sports are just depressing. Apparently, has some international guy they're hyped about.
This is random. Side note, I'll be very quick because I'm running way over. I heard that football-wise, apparently there's rumors I saw today they're going after Brian Kelly.
Oh, really? Stoops was rumored there, too.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, obviously a different sport, but...
No, that's great. This is kind of perfect.
Also, side note, Brian Kelly, all the stuff coming out, he is an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
So, sorry, Will Wade, you're not an
Good,
asshole.
I was very afraid we were going with that.
You play the system well. Good for you. Brian Kelly, you are an asshole. And kill someone. So,
absolutely. I didn't
that's on me for saying that.
He did, actually.
He did kill someone.
As far as our drop.
Jake Pitt. Yeah, got anything on Pitt, Jake?
Eat shit, Pitt.
John Jeff, how's that kid doing?
8th year for Capel. Whatever. Not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, that's same.
Wake Forest, Hunter South is gone. It seems like it's going to be a real transition year. Great names. Trayvon Spillers and Juke Harris. So, shout out to you, Wake Forest. You guys see anything else on Wake Forest?
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff Teague. Donate to the NIL.
Sounds like knowing what I know about Jeff Teague, I think that's the last thing he would want to spend.
Jeff,
Yeah.
Duncan, and Chris Paul.
Yeah, I'm sure
They should have a massive NIL fund.
Cal, I literally wrote down, I got nothing.
I keep forgetting that they're in the...
Is Von Rab still there?
No unwrap.
I was confused the other day why Stanford was playing Florida State at 10:30 because I forgot Stanford was in the ACC.
Okay, Stanford, they lost all their key scores from last year.
Literally.
But
So, good luck.
Stojakovic.
so I guess who's running their NIL?
I'm here for Jack Doyle.
Where's Jack Doyle?
Happy June.
It's A1 guy up, and then another depressing
Boston
team.
College.
Boston College.
I hope they have great team meals this year.
They have a guy named Donald Hand coming back who averaged 16 a game last year, so
Someone's got to
shout
score.
out Donald
Yeah, he's
Hand.
my ACC Player of the Year.
I'll have this written down. When's the last time BC made a tournament? Any guesses?
They were
2006?
You're close.
in 06 or like a top
Oh,
three
so it's
seed.
07. It's the One Shining Moment video.
Their last win is 07. Apparently, if most my
2011?
research was 09. I have no memory of them making it 09 at all. So that's an ACC
No,
preview for
not 1909.
19. Sorry,
Year before John was born.
we are not a fan of the little guys in this preview pod. Evidently, we have nothing on the mid majors at all. So we apologize.
I do.
Oh,
Real
please.
quick.
Great.
Ivy League. Slam it right now. Yale's going undefeated in the Ivy League.
Boom.
That's all I'll say about that.
Shout out Grant Mike. Grant Foster, is he good now, Jake? Is he going to play?
He has been approved. Shout out to the local Spokane, Washington Judicial Service
Mm-hmm.
that came in until the NCAA not so fast. And Tyler Grant Foster, who literally has died twice and didn't.
Not because of Brian Kelly.
No,
Mhm.
not from there. From other needs.
Great.
Yeah, he got granted to play, which is good. I mean, it's the things they approve and the things they don't approve don't make sense. You know, hell, I remember the story a couple years ago. The guy didn't get approved. He transferred home to a D2 from a D1 because his family member was sick with cancer, so he could be closer during that time period. And the NCAA denied the transfer. So, you know, great people down the street here in Indianapolis. But yeah, Tyon Grant Foster is active and healthy heading into the season for the Zags.
Awesome. We'll talk more about the mid-majors, I'm sure, if we go on. We want from us. Okay, we're just three Mills brothers trying to do this together. All right, we'll run through them real quick. National Player of the Year.
I said Braden Smith, so I'm going to stick with it. I crapped on him last year. Impressed me so much. That Houston game, how he played, still was amazing to watch. So I'm going to stick with him for now.
I have Yaxel. Yeah, I'm all on Yaxel. Donovan Dent, just shout. He might have a play for that too. I love Donovan Dent. So Jake.
I got Braden Smith. The hype is so much around, as well as him coming back to Purdue, I think is, for many voters, they want this story to remember and stuff. So I think he has to be bad, injured, or Purdue has to be like, what is going on with this team? This team just fell off for him not to win it. But if he's his average for his career, he's gonna win the National Player of the Year.
Shout out to us. We all picked the Big Ten player to win National Player of the Year. Look at us. Being open mind to everything. Before we get to the national championship pick, do you even have a bold prediction at all for the year? I don't know if you guys saw down the docket.
Gonzaga's Tremor streak ends.
I love that call.
I think I don't think they win the Western or WCC West Coast Conference. I'm going to say St. Mary's does.
I have a question off that. We've been doing this kind of question this whole time. Over 1.5 years from Mark Few.
Whew. I like that. I think if they miss the tournament, he probably just.
That's kind of mom was hinting at.
Yeah, I'll say Gonzaga does not win the WCC and does not get automatic bid.
Do you want to guess Mark Few's age?
Oh, it's younger than you would think.
Oh, I was going to guess sneaky. I have no idea.
So he got to Gonzaga in 90. They beat Florida in 99. So I'm guessing he was 98 is when he got there. I'm going to guess he was late 20s.
Hey, Jake, I'll guess 6'7", 67.
It's not 67. That was such a horrible joke. But for that.
99, he was at Gonzaga, yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to say he's 61.
I said my guess.
Oh, that was your guess.
Uh-huh.
I was like, what is he talking about?
6'7".
Nick's been hanging out with the middle schoolers.
Age doesn't matter, so Robbie told us last time.
He is 62 years old.
Okay.
I think I would have guessed closer to the 70s.
And I remember on a pod last year, Jeff Goodman made an interesting comment that, like, don't be surprised Mark Few retires.
Oh, they're going to say Goodman looked in the mirror. I'm going to say interesting comment.
And I think he wouldn't just say it for no reason, so that's why I asked it. So Gonzaga missed the tournament. Jake, do you have one before we get their natty pick?
Sorry. They have any bold? I mean, besides the fact that you guys are going to get a lot of Big West updates out of me, don't be surprised. Hawaii could be a sneaky Big West winner this year. Not Hawaii.
How about Florida State wins no games or something like that? We can.
Yeah, the guys never coached before.
I had a meeting work-wise last week with a girl that went to UC Davis, and she didn't know they had a basketball team. Speaking of the Big West.
Former Jets quarterback went there, first round pick. Can't remember his name. So he got drafted from Marino. So
Jets quarterbacks are in the news.
Jets quarterbacks are in the news. I'll probably my bold prediction this one. AP top 5, Purdue, Houston, Florida, UConn, St. John's.
You're going to say no Final Four?
No Final Fours. I just think Houston, they missed maybe their chance last year. Purdue, they made their first Final Four in 100 years last year. So, again, Florida made a natty last year, probably due for aggression.
Purdue fans are acting like they're, and I wish Robbie was here for this because I'll have to re-say this then, but Purdue fans are acting like they're Chaminade in the tournament because the Final Four is in Indy. Like, they're not guaranteed to get there.
No, Robbie, you're just saying Purdue fans they're illogical. They're not, none of them are smart, unlikable. Yeah. We're all in agreement, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and Robbie,
and your IQ score on your license plate is real cool.
If Robbie really loved his new kid, wouldn't his name be Pete?
It's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Hopefully for Jelly's sake, his head's not as big as Purdue Pete.
Yeah, been a tough out.
National championship pick. I'll go first. I was going to pick Houston, but that really was my bold prediction. Houston was in that, so I had to scratch that. So how about this? Purdue made a natty year 1. Made in year 1 of the pod. Year 2, Jake Scares won it. So why not? Kentucky wins it year 3 of the pod.
I thought you were going to say Arkansas. Cal.
F you. Kentucky. Why
Year
not?
of the
Year
Pope?
3. Houston's kind of my quasi pick. Year of the Pope, but I'll just say Kentucky because year 3 of the pod. Jake, I think you said it, right? Your pick familiar?
People are gonna hate, but the Gator Boys are running it back. Hey, 2008.
You sound like Todd Golden.
Dusty?
Mine is back to 1.5 years, under 1.5, because I think Kelvin Sampson went to the national title of Houston and goes in the sunset. So,
With Brian Kelly and Art Briles and the rest of them.
wow, damn, do you not put him up our brows? John, you dub. I keep getting
And Robbie sent me his pick. He has Iowa State over Illinois. in
No,
the
he does
national
not.
championship.
Oh God, you got me. I just got nick-tailed.
Nick Telt. All right, boys, that's the show. Thank you all for watching. We won't have our usual, end of show segments. A little longer pod. Which we knew is the preview pod.
preview pod. Yeah, more fun, more in-depth stuff. So about the future ones will be more of the fun
Couple guests
stuff,
coming up.
whatnot, and guests coming up. So, but thank you all always for listening.
Yeah, if you're still somehow listening to this,
Uh-huh.
God bless you. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And you could be listening to this in, I don't know, maybe January, February. Maybe football's over now and you're just listening to us. Maybe you're just trying to get back into college basketball. So whenever you're listening, thank you for listening. And then great pod, boys. You guys ready for Halloween weekend? Any
Yep.
spooky plans? Dolphins win tonight?
Oh yeah, Dolphins game tonight. There we go. That's my Halloween plans.
Poor Dolphins. Actually, poor Mike McDaniel.
Um,
Before I say that, I should act like him. Poor
It's
Mike.
solidarity.
Poor Mike McDaniel. The fact that he gets his primetime game a chance to redeem himself to just the NFL fanhood, and Lamar's back.
Yeah, they said.
Oh yeah,
he
he's
shouldn't.
officially back.
well, he's supposed to play.
All right, boys. We're so excited to be back. Like Jake mentioned, Florida, Arizona, night 1, BYU, Nova. Enjoy the hoops. Happy Halloween and stay spooky.